So we have new content on a Wednesday. Why on a Wednesday? Probably because they wanted to drop the new Threads cards before the MLB regular season started. Opening day is tomorrow. There's a lot going on. We have a lot of new content today. Let's break it all down. So looking at the calendar today, we have the new Threads program, new Threads collection, new Threads not mini season Diamond Quest. We have double PXP weekend. They've never done this before, but they're doing it this weekend. Then on April 1st, next Tuesday, we have a new program. We have another live content stream next Friday, the 4th. And on that 4th, we also have April Spotlight, and we have a Last Ride program. So the new content today was all about players in new teams or new threads or new uniforms. So we got a program which has 5 exclusive cards, and there are some packs in here too. So you are getting 7 diamonds guaranteed. The final reward is this 88 overall Max Scherzer. He's not amazing. I don't like the velo. I like everything on this card. I just don't like the velo. The control is good enough and the break is fine. I just don't like the velocity. He doesn't throw hard, and the pitch and clutch at only 83 is not the best. We have a Gleyber Torres. I love Gleyber Torres cards in this game. His swing is butter. He's very good against lefties. Good enough versus righties, good clutch, but defensively not the best. Jorge Soler, you know what you're getting with an Jorge Soler card. His swing is so good. He always plays above his offensive attributes, but you're only getting offense. You're never getting defense, of course. This would be a good card to put at DH. Then moving down the program, we have Michael Conforto reverse splits, meaning he's a lefty batter who hits lefties much better than righties, which is interesting. Not awful defensively. The clutch hurts this card a lot, especially versus lefties. And then the last exclusive reward in this program is this Jesus Luzardo from the Phillies. Solid pitch mix, but everything else is not the best, especially that pitch and clutch, and that control is bad. If we go to the new Threads collection, there are also a bunch of player cards in packs and in the new Diamond Quest, so there are going to be a bunch of them to collect. If you collect 28, you get this Anthony Santander, who has great power, good enough contact, and clutch helps him a lot. Defensively, he's not horrendous. He's at 70, which meets the silver threshold. I wouldn't really put this card in the outfield defensively. I would rather have him at first base. But if you put him at first base, I think this is a great card. Moving down the collections, this is probably the best card they released in the new Threads set today. Aroldis Chapman, 4-seam sinker slider splitter. He is outlier on the sinker, which I actually think makes the card worse. I'd rather have it on the 4-seam, but it's not that big of a deal. But, looking at this card, insane per nines for this state of the game. His control is never going to be there. It's Aroldis Chapman. His break is pretty good, but he's going to be throwing super hard, and this is going to be one of the best lefty relievers in the game. And at collect 10, you have 88 Alex Bregman. Nothing too spectacular here. Overall, pretty balanced hitter. Clutch is a little low. Contact left is low. Defensively, he's, pretty good. Doesn't have a good arm, though. We did get a new Diamond Quest for the new Threads cards. The rewards, there are 4. First one is this Walker Buehler. The 88s are in the rare, the 88s are in the epic, and the 86s are in the rare, just like the pipeline one. This Walker Buehler card, not too bad. The per nines are not great, but everything else is pretty good. The control, the break, the pitch mix, the velo. Yeah, the clutch helps him out, though. The clutch certainly helps him. There was also Willy Adames in the Diamond Quest. Yeah, I'm selling this card. I'm selling them anyway, but he can only hit versus righties. He not good versus lefties. Pretty good defense, though. And then the 86s, I believe, were Jason Hayward and Jake Berger. Yeah, here's Jake Berger. Great power numbers. Good contact righty versus righty, 61 contact versus lefties is low, but the 96 clutch will certainly help him for the contact. Defensively, this card is atrocious, though. But overall, this is definitely going to be a nice budget beast. He's only 4K already. And then the other card in the rare for the Diamond Quest was Jason Hayward. There he is. And he's very good against righties, not good against lefties. Clutch does not help him versus righties, but it helps him versus lefties. Sure, he'd be good against righties and okay defensively. Now, obviously, there are more cards than the ones that I've shown because you need to get 28 of them to get the Anthony Santander. We have new Threads players in packs. So if we look at these packs, I'm just gonna, all right, this has everyone. Yeah, okay, and then it's the same thing. So there are 3 tiers. There are 88 overalls, there are 86 overalls, and there are 84 overalls. We're just gonna roll through these cards. For the 88s, we have a Cody Bellinger on my Yankees. I don't think this card is worth the stubs. He's not good enough offensively to warrant 50K, in my opinion. Being in the 70s and pretty much everything, even the 60s, you know, he's great contact lift and clutch, you know, pretty solid defensively, but I don't think this card does enough for me offensively. Corbin Burns, the per nines are low, the pitching clutch is low. He obviously has a great pitch mix. I love Corbin Burns cards, great velocity, but I also don't think he's worth that price tag just because the PCIs are going to be so big because he only has 81 hits per nine and 79 pitching clutch and only 72 Ks per nine. A little disappointing there. Christian Walker, this card is pretty solid, you know, 74 contact right, 65 power left, 64 vision, all not the best. He's great, you know, with contact left and power right, but clutch hurts him. Defensively, he's elite though. And then the last 88 I forgot to mention was Kenley Jansen, Carter Slider 2-seam. This is a great reliever card, you know. You would wish for a sinker instead of the 2-seam, but he has 2 other good pitches. He has great hits per nine, good clutch, good velo. This is a great card. Now let's go through the 86s. We have Justin Verlander. This card, not the best. I mean, he has default pitch mix. He doesn't have any special pitches, you know. Doesn't throw hard anymore. Has horrible Ks per nine. We have a Paul Goldschmidt. Dude, this is like identical to the Cody Bellinger in his offensive stats, except for the clutch. That's the only thing that is like an improvement, and his arm strength too, but I don't think you're going to put Paul Goldschmidt anywhere besides first. But overall, you know, not insane. We have Max Fried, forcing curveball, sinker, circle change, sweeper. 83 hits per nine, 85 pitching clutch. I think I'm kind of underrating those being in the 80s in this stage of the game. I think this card is probably the best pitching card that I've seen so far. You know, obviously I have some Yankee bias, but that control, that break, that pitch mix, that velo, and he's not awful with the hits per nine and the pitching clutch. Is a little more appealing. We have how many more diamonds? 3 more diamonds. We have Tanner Scott. This is a great card. Lefty reliever, 4-seam slider, circle change, great control and break. They're both max on those first 2 pitches. 110 hits per nine, 92 Ks per nine, 121 pitching clutch for a lefty reliever. Yeah, I'm getting this card very soon. Gary Sanchez, not amazing. You know, you're never going to get high contact or clutch with a Gary Sanchez card, but, you know, at least he brings some pop into that bat, and he has a good arm. And then Tyler O'Neill, I saw the card on the dev stream. This is a great card for the bench, I would say. He's elite versus lefties. He's solid versus righties. He's good power. The clutch hurts him. I'm definitely going to use this card as a pinch hitter versus lefties. There are so many of these gold cards. I'm just going to speed run them. They're 5,000 stubs. What the hell? Anyway, regardless. Hyun Kim, you know, good defensively, good speed, okay contact. Clay Holmes, starting pitcher card. This is actually a good gold card. Great pitch mix, good velocity, good pitching clutch. You know, this is a great gold. Jurickson Profar, you know, good contact left and clutch, not the best defensively. Sevy, 4-seam sinker, sweeper, circle, cutter, circle change. Good pitch mix, good velo, that's about it, really. Hobie Milner. This guy has a really funky windup, so this is going to be a nice lefty reliever in a lot of teams, even though he's a gold. You know, he has a pretty solid pitch mix. You know, moving down the line, we have Ryan Presley. This card is actually a pretty good reliever as well. You know, great pitch mix, good control. The velocity maybe a little better, but it's good enough, and the per nines are kind of the same. The clutch helps him, certainly. Nate Lowe, good contact left, good clutch. Everything else is kind of meh, you know, good defensively. Gavin Lux, he's good against righties. He has great clutch. Awful against lefties. Not the best defensively either. How many more we got? We got 3 more. All right, Kyle Higashioka, great power for a catcher. This is better than Gary Sanchez, probably. We have Max Kepler, good contact, okay clutch, good vision, good defense. Isaac Paredes, great against lefties, good clutch, not the best against righties. Also not good defense, and that's everyone. Before this video ends, I just want to show some stuff that came out yesterday. The headliners, Curtis Granderson, great power, not the best contact. Clutch is meh too, defense also meh. Good speed though. And then we also got an update to the multiplayer program. We got a new card. We got Jason Varitek, his first card in MLB The Show. He was okay, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he was good contact. Power could be a little better. Clutch hurts him a lot though. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys are new here, follow me on all my social medias, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. But most importantly, make sure you subscribe on here on YouTube. So yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.